And we're taking a look at the TACTIKKA XP from Petzl. And this one is another headlamp. This one's really more of a camping, hunting type of headlamp. It's going to be a little bit brighter than some of the others we've looked at, and it's got the long run time. This one's got an actual band, or more of a typical style headlamp. So we're taking a quick look on the back. It's got 5 modes. It's got a maximum, which will be the first click. Then you've got the optimum, which is sort of the medium. You've got a economy, or the low. You've got a blinking low for signal. And then you've got a high power that's only going to run for 50 minutes, it says. But it's going to give you the maximum output of 40 lumens. So we're looking at an hour of runtime at the maximum, 2 hours of runtime at the economy. Of course, 80 right in the middle. It's got a 3-year guarantee. It only weighs 95 grams, and it has a bunch of different filtered colors in there. It also says it's got a battery charge indicator, so it lets you know how much battery there is in it. That's pretty handy. It tells us the headband is sort of a woodland camouflage, I guess. And it uses the 3 AAA batteries, which are included. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. And I learned my lesson on one of the others we opened up here. I'm going to just cut it along this line, or along here. I'm going to cut inside of this sort of shape here. Yeah, you barely can't see it. Anyway, there's a shape here. I'm going to cut inside of that shape. And then it'll just peel apart. So I've got some instructions here that are just barely glued to the top. Looks like they shifted. I've got a blue and a green lens for the LED. Got the light itself on its woodland strap, and then the batteries. So we'll take a quick look at those instructions. Again, a fold-out piece of paper. Has them in a couple of different languages, but they've got pictures for everything. It's telling us about some different options and accessories that you can get to mount these on your gear, or use them as like a reading lamp or something. Some usage and parts lists in case you need to buy spare parts for it. So that's nice. And let's take a look. It says open. I'm guessing we need to tilt this forward first. Oh, okay, so it snaps open there. And then the door is definitely free to open all the way. And clearly marked with a negative and a positive right into the plastic, so it's never going to fail. Looks like we're using Duracell Plus AAA batteries that come with it. And then I put it back on. It only goes on one way. There's a rubber grommet around here, so you can tell that it's water resistant for sure. Probably a bit waterproof as well. I suspect it definitely went together well. Very solid. The plastic, or the polymer, is very much on the same material like a Glock pistol is made from. It reminds me of that. Let's see, we've got on, and let's say I'm on that mode and I just need a little, well, I'm going to go to a smaller mode so it's more dramatic. And then if I need a boost of light, you push this other button. So these are the different modes. We'll go through them again. High power, medium power, low power, the blinking, and then off. And let's say you put it on low power and you just need a boost for a moment. You can just push that temporary button and get a nice boost. That really is nice. So that's pretty decent. Once it's on the head, scroll up a little bit here. Once you've got it on your head, and there is some adjustment back here, looks like you can adjust it fairly easily with a fairly low profile adjustment there. We can strap it over the forehead. This is the container for the different lenses. That's pretty handy to let that out. So this is the clear lens being held in this little attachment thing here. Took me a second to figure out how to use it, and then I figured it out. I think you pull out on it. It might be a two-hand thing. You pull out on this little tab, and then you pull back on the lens at the same time. So it looks like that can hold a spare lens color for you right away. And then if you want to bring the lens into position, you just slide it over like that. So we'll turn it on low, and now it's got the red lens. Pretty neat. I was going to mention though, if you want to adjust it, you can. That's handy. Looks pretty comfortable. The foam little dummy guy here is not complaining, he's still smiling. The real low profile strap. Low profile in color as well. There's this little sort of ridges there that let it pivot and stay in a position. I would suggest it'd be pretty easy to hit these even with gloves on, because there's really only two buttons, and the one is just power. Even from off, you can bump that one to get a temporary or a momentary bright light. Really nice feature there. Once it's off, once you've got just the light, all the weight's in your one hand, and the strap folds right up. Pretty simple to stow and carry. So far, really impressed with this one. It's the Petzl TACTIKKA.